Hello everyone and welcome to Vocabulary Unit 6. These are the terms that come from Book 2 of the Aeneid. We are about to begin. Okay, addled. To be addled is to be, hold on one second, I just have to get this pen working, is to be unable to think clearly. To be confused. For example, Aeneas is addled after his dream of Hector when Hector tells him that he must flee Troy. He's not quite ready to do something like that. Compunction is the kind of stress you feel because you're experiencing a sense of guilt. So it is anxiety arising from guilt. He had no sense of compunction. Neoptolemus didn't have any sense of compulsion, no sense of distress of mind, even though he was harming people who were seeking refuge at a temple on an altar. Troy will be destroyed in a conflagration, a great fire, a holocaust. And there will be much din, there will be much noise, a loud, continued noise, kind of like the reason why Enlil sent the flood to the Sumerians, because of the din. Think of an eddy as a whirlpool. It is a countercurrent in water. It swirls around in a circle. And furrow can be two things. As a noun, a furrow is plowed land. So he made furrows into the ground. Or there was a furrow on her brow. Okay, this is a sort of deep ridge or a deep wrinkle, for example. And then if we want to use it as a verb, we're actually meaning that same thing, to make furrows, to make grooves or indentations or wrinkles or lines. She furrowed her brow when she heard that he was going to be late for a silly reason. To gape is to open wide, whether it's the mouth or ground. If the ground is gaping, it has this huge hole inside. If the mouth is gaping, it's open wide. To create havoc is to create pell-mell. This is wide and general destruction. Wide and extensive destruction, havoc. Confusion. Havoc struck when the Greek soldiers charged out of the belly of the horse. Marvel like furrow can be two things. It could be a noun or a verb. As a noun, a marvel is something that causes wonder. What a marvel for the eyes. Something that causes astonishment or surprise. And to marvel is to become filled with wonder or surprise or astonishment. She marveled at his achievement. Okay, next bunch. It said plundered on the list. I'm just putting this into its present tense. To plunder as a verb is to steal by force, to plunder a village, to rob, right? To raid, you might say. And then as a noun, you would say that plunder would be the things stolen. You could consider that the girls were plunder, both Briseis and Chryseis. They were the war prizes of Agamemnon and Achilles, not in that order though. Achilles for Briseis and Chryseis or Chryseis for Agamemnon. A portent is an omen, and this is what Anchises is waiting for before he will leave Troy. He's afraid to leave. You can see the root word here of profane. And when anything is profane, it's against the grain. It's negative. So profanation is blasphemy. Profanation is defilement. What egregious profanation to latch Hector onto the back of the chariot and ride around the city walls with him, right? The assault on Cassandra was a profanation of all religious rules. A promontory is a cliff. It probably juts out into water or above water. Maybe Aegis was looking from a promontory when he saw the black sails approaching and wound up flinging himself to his death. To reverberate is to echo, to hear something over and over again. This will reverberate for many years to come. This historic event still reverberates today. It still has some kind of reflection today. When something is sinister, it's evil. It is ill fortune. It's a prediction or a presaging of trouble. Achilles' son is a sinister figure. If a particular area is suffused with light, we're basically saying that there is light spreading all over it. So to suffuse is to spread over or through something. And there was a beautiful ray of light that suffused that particular scene. If you have a tenuous grip on something, you have a shaky grip, a kind of flimsy grip. It's not necessarily strong, having little strength or substance. He had a tenuous grasp upon the crown, Macbeth did, and so he had to murder people in order to hold on to it. A torrent is an outpouring or a stream. It could be of water or other things too. An outpouring, a stream. It was a torrent of rain that we experienced during the flood, said Utnapishtim. Undulating means, as an adjective, having a wavy surface. If the boys are undulating their arms in order to get someone's attention on the island in Lord of the Flies, it means that they are moving their arms in waves. To undulate, to kind of go up and down quickly. We know what overwhelm is, right? And so to whelm something is to turn it upside down, to pretty much overwhelm something, to cover or engulf completely. They were whelmed by the onset of the troops. And a wraith is a phantom or a ghost. And we know about this word when we talk about Creusa. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the words for Unit 6 and the definitions. Thank you.